All right, if you're not a lawyer, you need to learn this, okay? Because I just learned about this the other day. It's very fucked up, but I guess if you go to a court hearing or a magistrate or maybe criminal court and the other side says something or states something that they don't have any evidence, or maybe they have an assumption or something like that, right? If you don't appeal that within 30 days, then it becomes magically true. Even if you learned later that that was not accurate or that they made an assumption, it doesn't matter because you didn't appeal it within 30 days, so it's magically true. And I was told to get a permit or, demolish it. So I demolished the two additions that I added and I left the original structure. And the building department told me, you have to go to zoning because they have to determine if this is an original structure or like an addition. So I go over there, zoning reviews the paperwork, the satellite pictures, surveys, property appraisal maps, all these other things that show that thing has been there for at least 40 years, all right? And pretty much they tell me, yeah, this looks like an original structure. You should take this information and bring it to code enforcement because they're the only ones that can close this violation. I'm like, oh, thank you. I go to code enforcement, I present this information, but they become very defensive. And pretty much I escalated to Supervisor Green, the one that was on the video before, and pretty much Supervisor Green says, the hearing was your time to contest this. You didn't contest it. You didn't file an appeal. Within 30 days, this decision has been made. And pretty much there's nothing to do about it. I was just asking clarification because I didn't know what it was supposed to be removed. I removed the additions. I wanted to get clarification on this. They got very defensive, so I hired an engineer, blah, blah. I tried to get a permit, and I'm still working on that. But last week, I talked to a supervisor, and pretty much they told me that I was going to get a four-way call with the supervisor, with the inspector, and the chief inspector. And in this phone call, again, they tell me, blah, 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 blah. You had 30 days to appeal the decision at the circuit court. You didn't do that. She's not going to rehear your case, and you can quote me on this. Whoa. So she added the whole thing. And I guess it doesn't matter that I have evidence, that zoning says something, that the building department says something, that they admitted that there is no evidence. They don't have evidence that this is an original structure or it's an addition. So they're going to disregard everything because of a technicality, because I didn't appeal this within 30 days. All right? But technically, maybe legally, they're right. But I don't believe they are morally or ethically right. Because how are you going to tell me you don't have any evidence and there's nothing I can do about it? You tell me what you think. Is this accurate? Are you a fucking lawyer? Is this accurate? If it is this right? And if it's right, should this apply for a quasi-court of the magistrate who you don't have to be a lawyer to attend? You tell me.